Hey guys, how you doing? This is Brother Bill and
Gracie.
And we are out here by the chicken tractor. We cut our meatbirds food off this morning because tomorrow is butcher day. So what we're going to do now is we're going to weigh each one, and Gracie's got our clipboard, and we're going to weigh the before butcher weight and see what the heaviest one is, and then once they are cleaned up, we're going to weigh them again and see what the heaviest is that comes out of it. And we're going to do a tally on this and get you some accurate numbers. But let's get busy getting these birds out of here. I'm going to set the phone down and I'll be right back. Alright guys, our first bird up is at, well, it's going back and forth. Quit moving, baby. 9.02. 9.02 pounds. All right, we're going to mark its feet. And go from there so we're not weighing the same bird. All right, we'll be back with you when we get these all weighed out. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Brother Bill, and I am out here by our tent. I've got tents up because it's probably going to drizzle on us a little bit today, but we should be okay under these tents. But I wanted to show you before we everybody gets here and show you our process, what we're going to do. It's nothing new that you haven't seen before. As you can see, we pulled their food away from them yesterday. It's coming up on 24 hours since they've had any food. The chickens are here, as you can see. So what we'll do is we'll take the chickens from here. There's just 9 of them, and I'll dispatch them there by the smokehouse. I put that black plastic behind it because I didn't want it to be so graphic for the girls, because Gracie's got a friend coming over. And so anyway, we're going to dispatch them there, and then we'll come over here. We've got our scalder right there, and we don't have a plucker, so we're going to have to pull the feathers off by hand, which is fine. And once we scald them, we'll bring them over here. We'll take the feathers off, we'll get them all cleaned up from there. And right there's the bags, the heat seal bags, and we'll put them in the bag, back over to the scalder, and we'll seal them. And then we've got our cooler right here. It's going to be an ice bath there to cool them down before we put them in the freezer. Real simple setup, not much to it. Of course, we got our hose there as well. And just wanted to show you before they get here and show you what we got going on. Again, I said it's nothing new, but this is what we're doing here, and we're probably going to do it again in the fall, or just before fall, because we really have had a good time doing it. But I'm going to have you some numbers, and just to see the cost per pound per bird, and we'll have some weights as well, and see how that turned out. All right then, I'll be back with you when everybody gets here. All right guys, this is Brother Bill again, and I want to apologize because yesterday we did weigh the chickens, and for some reason the video cut off. But we've got the weights down here to start with, and we've got everybody here today. And we're going to, here's my team, our team, my buddy Jeff. He's one led me to the Lord, that guy right there. Anyway, so 28 years ago. So he just got back from the radio from preaching. So this is Trista, Jadelin's friend. So it's 4 of us today, and we're going to start this process by getting us a chicken caught, and we'll go from there. We'll be right back with you. All right then. All right, get us chicken. All right, we're going to hand that to Jeff. Come on, bring it over here. Is it heavy?
I'm scared it's going to poop on me.
No, they're all pooped out. All right. And turn the breast, yep, breast in, yep. We'll come over here. There you go. Just push it down in there. Put your hand there, like that. All right, Jeff, what are you doing?
I'm defeathering this thing, getting all the feathers off it.
All right. What about you, Jalen? Trista?
The same.
Trista, is that awesome or is that kind of gross?
Both.
All right then. Okay, have y'all learned anything? Anything?
We know how chicken McNuggets are made now.
All right. Well, did you have fun? I know it's not the most exciting thing, but you learned something a little bit?
Yeah.
Huh? All right. All right, guys, here's the finished product for the day. Our smallest chicken weighed 5.04 pounds. That's dressed out. So, and our largest chicken was 7.09 pounds. I'm going to have numbers for you and do some calculations on these things and give you cost totals and overall just numbers and that kind of thing. But here they are. We've got them done. The girls learned some things. My buddy Jeff enjoyed what we were doing, and we're real pleased with how it turned out. But the chickens looked healthy. Livers were healthy. They just looked really good. So anyway, there it is, and I'll have some numbers at the end of the video so you can see what it cost us to do it and if we think that it was worth it. All right then. Hey guys, how you doing? This is Brother Bill, and I'm taking a break from the garden for a minute and get these numbers to you. I told you about the meat birds. As you can see, I've got my list here, and I'm just going to be reading from the list and go over some of these numbers to see if it was worth it to raise these meat birds out. And I guess it's really, as far as the work goes, as far as what you're looking for, because I can tell you up front, it wasn't cost effective, and no one's going to make any profit doing it this particular way with this amount of birds. But we're going to go over these numbers, but there were some great benefits to it, and we'll look at that. But anyway, when me and Gracie weighed the chickens, we weighed 9 of them. One of them died 2 weeks in, so it left us with 9. So we had purchased 10 chicks, but these are not in any particular order as far as the highest to the lowest. It's just how we weighed them. And then we marked them so we could weigh that same bird whenever we butchered it, and we would know. So anyway, here's what we've got. 9 pounds 2 ounces, 8 pounds 7 ounces, another 9 pound 2 ounce, 7 pounds 11 ounces, 6 pounds 14 ounces, 6 pounds 15 ounces, 8 pounds 2 ounces, 9 pounds 10 ounces, and 6 pounds 6 ounces, and that was before butcher. After the same birds, we've got 7 pounds 9 ounces, 6 pounds 12 ounces, 6 pounds 1 4 ounces, 6 pounds 6 ounces, 5 pounds 4 ounces, 5 pounds 12 ounces, 6 pounds 10 ounces, 7 pounds 9 ounces, and another 5 pounds and 4 ounces. So we were pleased with that. In the total weight, butchered weight or before butcher weight was 68.69 pounds. All 9 birds combined, that's what that was, with an average weight of 7.63. And once we butchered them, the total weight was 54.59 pounds, and so there was a loss of 14.1 pounds of that. The heaviest bird that we had was, Gracie called him Larry. I don't know. So Larry weighed 9 pounds and 10 ounces. That's amazing to us in 7 weeks. So that was incredible. And he ended up being the heaviest bird too at 7.09. And that was after butcher. So very good for Larry. Good for us. Okay, so like I said, we bought 10 chicks, and here's the cost. We bought 10 chicks from Rural King at $2.99 each. So before taxes, it was $29.90. We purchased 4 bags. I didn't know how much it was going to cost until as we went along, but it was 4 bags of 20-ounce, 20% protein meat crumbles at $19.99 per bag, which was a total of $79.96. So the total investment just in the chicks and the meat crumbles was $109.86, which would mean it cost us $12.20 to grow out each meat bird. That's right, $2.01 a pound. So if we were to break even, that's what we'd have to sell, is the meat birds, $2.01 a pound, just to break even with what we spent. If we wanted to make a reasonable profit on that, and keep in mind there was no labor as far as being paid or anything like that, we did the work. If we wanted to make a 20%, which is a great margin, but 20% off of these birds to increase, to make a profit, I should say, that would give us $21.97 for 9 birds. Numbers don't look good, right? So was it worth it? Could we make a profit financially off of it? No, absolutely not, especially as much as feed cost is. $20 a bag for 50 pounds. That was almost 200 pounds of meat crumbles to feed out 9 meat birds. Now, on a larger scale, I think it's very reasonable that you can make a decent profit on it, especially if you was able to provide your own grain to grow them out. I know, and keep in mind, now we move these chickens every single day on new grass. So we would move them 8 feet up, because that's how long the tractor is. So every day they would eat the grass from there, and the crumbles also. So that's all they did was eat. But that's how we did it. Now, I know there's others out there, some really masters at this that I admire about these. But on a larger scale, I think you could make a profit off of this, especially, like I said, if you really want to raise them out pretty quick, and if there's a way that you could grow your own corn and make your own grain, if you had a grist mill or something like that, that would definitely be very profitable for you. You would save yourself a lot of money. But what we did, we had them in the brooder for 3 weeks. And once they got to 3 weeks, and I could tell that the temperature at nighttime was going to stay above 54, 55 degrees, somewhere there, then I went ahead and moved them out there. It's actually 2 days early, shy of the 3 weeks, because I looked at the temperature and I wasn't worried about them getting too cold. Besides, I had a heat lamp out there for the first few days just to get them acclimated to being outside. So they run out there for 4 weeks in that chicken tractor. So it's a total of 49 days that we had these chickens. And the 49th day, they get their last meal. And then on the 50th day, I call that their Jubilee day, because they were set free. But on their 50th day, then we butchered them and put them in the freezer, which you saw on the video. So overall, I love the experience just doing it here. Of course, we've done this before a couple times at our cousin's house, but we really enjoyed it doing here. These were our own meat birds. We knew what they ate, and we know that when we eat these animals, that it's going to be very high quality, because we do know what they ate. They ate good. They ate good. They drank good. They lived a short life, but it was a good 7 weeks for them. They didn't know any difference. And I'm very pleased in how it turned out. So we're going to do it again in the fall. We're probably going to bump it up a couple birds and go maybe to 12. One thing I did notice in this, I think what I'm assuming, watching these birds eat, and it's just like with any animal, they're going to have a hierarchy, and they develop this early on. But the ones that are most aggressive, like Larry, he's going to get his food. And so it kind of leaves the others behind. So I'm thinking now 8 times 7 is 56, so you'd have 56 square feet there in that tractor for 9 birds, which is more than enough to accommodate a normal hen. But if you was these meat birds, for instance, I don't know, you may be able to be more consistent if there wasn't as many in that space, because what I noticed, I have a trough. I got 2 of them. One of them's, I don't know, probably 2.5 feet long, and then I've got another one that's about 18 inches, and I filled them up twice a day. But I noticed as they got bigger, there wasn't as many, of course, being able to feed right there, and the bigger ones would just literally bump the other ones out of the way, so the other ones had to wait to eat. So I'm just thinking either make the trough longer to give them all room to eat, or not put as many birds in that size tractor. I don't know. We're going to look at it. And something else we're going to do the next roundabout is I'm going to feed them the meat crumbles still. But I'm going to, before I do that, I'm going to allow them the opportunity to eat grass before they get to the meat crumbles. So I'm going to move them twice a day next time around and see how that works and see if that'll help with the cost and see if that affects their weight. I'm sure it will, but because it'll be, it's just going to be an experiment for us to do that. One thing else I wanted to mention, because we are going to run them out the same track that we ran in the fall, what I did is once it went up so far, I would come out and I would take my rake and I just kind of go like this where they were, and then I would sow an annual rye grass over top and then straw it. What I noticed was once they went down, and I had it pretty much timed out because I wanted them to come back closer to the house because that's where we were going to do the butcher day. So we had them go down, and I turned them around and come right alongside the other track. By the time they got halfway up the second track, the grass had already grown, so it's already been replenished. That's how quick that grew. So in the fall, they're going to have that same grassy area. I'm not going to have to worry about them having plenty of grass to eat. So it really turned out good on that end. So that helped us out on that. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this short video. We're going to be doing some garden videos here soon. The garden's looking great right now, and we're excited about that. So again, if you think about it, share our videos out. We appreciate any comment that you would leave us, and anything maybe that you could suggest for us to do better maybe with our videos and our how we our process. I didn't show everything. I cut a lot of things short intentionally because there's so many out there just repeating the same thing that you've already seen. Just wanted to show you little glimpses of what we did and that kind of thing. So anyway, big thumbs up. We enjoyed it. For us, it's a thumbs up for us because we enjoyed it. But if you think about it, hit that like button, share and subscribe, and let your friends know, hey, there's some folks down here in Tennessee that's doing a little homestead, trying to do some things with Papaw Bill or Brother Bill and my granddaughter Gracie, and we'd appreciate it. But anyway, hope y'all are well, and next video up will be a devotion from Psalm 73. So hope y'all are well, and y'all take care until I see you next time.